Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Friday, August 9th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful Friday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is a list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight, I'll have a recap of today's events from the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. Of course, this is the final weekend of this year's Summer Olympics, as well as a brief recap of today's events from the Humor and Harmony Festival, sponsored by 50 Cent, happening right here in Shreveport. Yes, I will have a brief recap of that and a preview of what's going to be happening at the Humor and Harmony Festival tomorrow in its third day. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for the entire weekend. That's both tomorrow and Sunday, and also through all of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Friday night with my featured National Day calendar holiday listed from today. Here's my National Day calendar segment, and my featured National Day calendar holiday from today is that today was National Book Lovers Day. Good evening to you, Kimberly. How are you doing? How was your day today? How have you been? On this day, National Book Lovers Day harnesses all the excitement bibliophiles feel about books into one celebration. A day for all those who love to read, National Book Lovers Day encourages you to find your favorite reading place, a good book, whether it be fiction or non-fiction, and read the day away. A bibliophile. I truly miss seeing you too. A bibliophile, a person who has a great appreciation for or collects books. Step back in time. Step back in time. The very first books used parchment or vellum or cow skin for the book pages. The book covers were made of wood and often covered with leather. Clasps or straps kept the books closed. Public libraries appeared in the Middle Ages. Public libraries often chained the books to a shelf or a desk to prevent theft. Moving forward. Excuse me. Moving forward, along with several recent developments, book manufacturers use digital printing. Book pages are printed using toner rather than ink. As a result of digital printing, print on demand opens up a whole new realm of publishing. In this case, distributors don't print the books until the customer places the order. More and more people read ebooks. Ebooks or electronic book refers to a book-length publication in digital form. They are usually available through the internet. However, they can also be found on CD-ROM and other systems. Reading ebook on a computer or via a portable book display device known as an ebook reader, such as Reader, Nook, or Kindle. So here's how to observe this day. Sit back, relax, and read. Don't forget to share the joy of reading with young people in your life. Inspire them with your favorite novel or find out about the last book they took off the shelf. Read to the littlest of the up-and-coming readers too, and share with others what you are reading as well. So here's more ways. So do you need more ways to celebrate? Here are a few ways to celebrate. More ways to celebrate. Shop for a new title to read or explore the shelves for a new one. Shop for a new title to read or explore the shelves for one you would like to give. Explore the shelves of used bookstores. You might find explore the shelves of used bookstores. You might find an out-of-print tome that might become the highlight of your collection. Discover the world of online bookstores. Their stock includes a variety of subjects and collectible items too. Record a video of you reading a story for a child in your life. Randomly give a book to someone. Visit your public library and check out a favorite tome. You know, like the public library, you know, such as the Shreve Memorial Library, and such as the branches of the Shreve Memorial Library right here in Shreveport, or the Bossier Parish Central Library, for those of you across the river. Good evening to you, Brittany. How are you doing? How was your day today? So of course, we have multiple branches of the Shreve Memorial Library for you to venture if you want to get into the world of reading. Of course, visiting the public library growing up as a child was indeed one of my favorite places to visit. So, and of course, parents, just in time to get your kids back in school, why not you tell your child, your youngster, to spend some time finding a good book to read. Parents, now that your kids are getting settled back in, now that the new school year has begun, and the kids are getting settled in the school, why not tell your children to spend time off the devices and find a good book to read, or to check out encourage your children to check out a library, to encourage your child to put the devices down. You know, with the new rules, cell phone usage for students are prohibited in all schools across Louisiana. So that truly encourages children to put the devices down, head over to the library, or visit Barnes & Noble on Uri Drive next to Kroger. Good evening to you, Jessica. How are you doing? How was your day today? So, encourage your child to put the devices down, head to the nearest public library, any branch of the Shreve Memorial Library, right here in Shreveport. Check out a good book and read, or order some good books that fits perfect for your child's grade, and encourage your, or you can order them online for your child, and encourage them to read. So this is my one reminder about National Book Lovers Day. Every child deserves to read, to learn things new. So to spend time away from the devices, from their phones, their tablets, all the electronic devices. Just I am doing great. I had a very blessed and wonderful day, and I am doing great, and I had a very blessed and wonderful day. It was hot, but it wasn't too hot. And my day, I had a wonderful day today. Excuse me. So that's my advice as this new school year gets on the way. Always encourage your child to get into the adventures of reading. So visiting the public library, any branch of the Shreve Memorial Library. Use hashtag National Book Lovers Day to post on social media and spread the word. So this isn't the only book holiday that's on the calendar throughout the year. There are more than a dozen book, author, and reading related holidays fill the calendar. There is World Book Night and also Talk Like Shakespeare Day. Children's Book Week is held twice a year, once in May, then again in November. Reading ebook week, electronic book week is in March. Random Acts of Poetry Day is in October. Another one in October is National Friends of Libraries Week. Many authors are also celebrated on the calendar, and others have founded their own National Day celebrations. There is Sharita J. Herring, Deanna Booker, and Lisa Weinbrink, or Robert Burns and J.R.R. Tolkien. Printed book sales are somewhat declining, but not all of them. As of 2019, as on 2019 statistics, sales of print books are down in brick and mortar settings, but as an industry, sales are up in nearly all categories. So it may be tough to find a standalone bookstore other than Barnes and Noble, which is on Uri Drive. So also, because due to the fact that more and more people are shopping online, you can also check out, is Second and Charles, are they still open in Bossier City where the old Books A Million used to be on Airline Drive? Or Peanut Thrift Bookstore, I think it's on Uri Drive, a few blocks down, across from Portico Shopping, Uri Drive before you get to East Berkouns. A collection of unread books in the Japanese language. The word is sundoku. There is no word for this in the English language. Bibliophiles often have such a collection. They usually have more unread books than read ones. So, all branches of the Shreve Memorial Library during the summer months annually host each year during the summer. All branches of the Shreve Memorial Library for children encourages children to participate in the summer reading book festival, which they have been for years and years, way back since at least the early 90s, and I believe that they win a prize for the one that read the most books in the summer reading program. That's something they do participate each and every summer by checking out a book that interests them and get into the adventures of reading. So, and I encourage parents to ask your child this: how many books did your child read over? How many books has your child read over the summer? How many books did your child read over the summer? Every year during the summer, children at Shreve Memorial Library participates in the summer reading book festival. I believe back in my days, when I would participate in that, I would exclusively get a treat to Hamels Park, but that was years and years ago for the ones that read the most books. So a person is never too old or too young to get into the adventures of learning by reading a good book. Just taking time reading a book. Any person, young or old, can get into the habit of reading. And that's what that's what each person is encouraged to do. Take time off the devices and read and get into the adventures of reading. Also, today was National Passion Fruit Day, National Beet Day, and also today was National Rice Pudding Day. And of course, today was the I believe this was the 14th or 15th. This is the 14th day of the 2024 Summer Olympics continue today. And of course, so for those of you like me that's been enjoying the Olympics so far during these past couple weeks, and it's been fun to watch. But of course, we're now getting to the closing weekend of this year's Summer Olympics over in Paris. So the United States ties with China with 33 gold medals. The United States ties with China with 33 gold medals, 39 silver medals, and 39 bronze medals. Altogether, the United States is the leader with the most number of medals with 111. So the United States has a total of 111 medals altogether. So way to go, Team USA. So the closing ceremony is only a couple days away, and it's been televised nationally on NBC. And here are the following events that have taken place earlier today. The event competitions for today, Friday, August 9th. And it's the final weekday of this year's competition. artistic swimming, artistic swimming. Okay, artistic swimming, water polo, basketball, golf, modern pentathlon, and volleyball. Those are the following events that took place today. And the gold medal events that took place today, there's one for diving, one for marathon swimming, 8 for athletics, 4 for boxing, 1 for breaking, like break dancing, 4 for sprint canoeing, 2 for track cycling, 1 for field hockey, 1 for football, 1 for rhythmic gymnastics, 1 for sailing, 1 for sport climbing, 1 for table tennis, 2 for taekwondo, 1 for beach volleyball, 2 for weightlifting, and 3 for wrestling. So it was a quite eventful day in the final weekday of this year's Summer Olympics. So, and of course, closing ceremony of the 2024 Summer Olympic Games will take place this Sunday, August 11th. So will you be watching the closing ceremony? It's been a pleasure so far for me giving you guys updates on a nightly basis, recapping the Summer Olympics. So here are the following who represented Team USA in day 14 of this year's competition. Okay, we have representing Team USA and the gold medalists in the men's 400 meter hurdle, in the men's 400 meter hurdles. And the gold medalist from Team USA, Ray Benjamin. And also in the women's 4x100 meter relay, to representing Team USA, Melissa Jefferson, Tonisha Terry, Gabrielle Thomas, and Sha'Carri Richardson. Excuse me. In the also representing Team USA in the men's 71 welterweight boxing was Omari Jones. In the bronze medalist, Omari Jones. And also, those are the following competitors from Team USA. And also, in the bronze medalist in women's 67 welterweight taekwondo, Christina Teachout. Also in the women's 71 welterweight weightlifting, and the gold medalist Olivia Reeves. Also representing the silver medalist in the men's freestyle 57 welterweight wrestling, Spencer Lee. Also in the bronze medalist, also representing Team USA is in women's freestyle. Good evening to you, Lisa. How are you doing tonight? How was your day today? Women's freestyle 57 welterweight wrestling was Helen Morley, and the men's freestyle 86 welterweight wrestling, and the bronze medalist Aaron Brooks. So the following to watch for tomorrow, especially in Team USA in day 15 for Saturday, will be in the men's tournament in the volleyball. Yeah, I've had a wonderful day. I've had a wonderful day today. Hope you've had a nice trip out. Hope you've had a nice trip out from Dallas. And of course, with the Human Harmony Festival, be very careful if you happen to drive anywhere near downtown. Traffic is literally bumper to bumper. Be careful if you happen to approach anywhere downtown. With the 50 Cent's Human Harmony Festival taking place. So we have several competitors in the men's volleyball tournament. tomorrow if you watch. Matt Anderson, Aaron Russell, Jeffrey Gendrick, Tori DeFalco, Michael Christensen, Maxwell Holt, Michael Meyer, Thomas Jaski, Gary Muguetita, Taylor Averill, David Smith, and Eric Shoji. Those are following to watch for tomorrow. So, so I'll have another brief update on this in my weekend video for you guys tomorrow night. And also, the closing ceremony is scheduled to take place at the closing ceremony is scheduled to take place at Stade de France at 2100 local time. It will include the traditional Olympic flag handover to Los Angeles, the city of the next Summer Olympics, which will be held in 2028. So of course, it's been nice watching the 2024 Summer Olympics. So that was today's recap of the 2024 Summer Olympics, and also a preview of what to expect for tomorrow if you watch for Team USA. So I'm gonna be pulling for Team USA. So that's the nightly Olympics update. And of course, coming right back here home to Shreveport is the second day of, also the first full Humor in Harmony Festival, in the second the second day of this year's competition. So the second day of this, of course, okay, I'll take that back. Today, of course, was the second day of the biggest festival to ever take place here in the city of Shreveport, bringing positive changes. So far, so far it's been a very safe event. How many of you went to the first night, went to the ribbon cutting ceremony, which was yesterday? Now, for those of you who are not familiar with it's bringing back to the city, bringing so much light here to the city of Shreveport. You know, of course, it's been nice for 50 Cent to revitalize Millennium Studios, which is now G-Unit Studios. And of course, another great way to give back to downtown Shreveport, of course. Now, yesterday, of course, was the comedy show that took place from 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. at the Municipal Auditorium. Of course, it was the first time at the after party. So, and of course, here is all that had taken place earlier today. Of course, it was the XXL New Talent Showcase at Bally's Casino. And of course, from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. This event is free. It's family friendly for school kids and military. Anyone, especially ages 12 and under. Anyone that's in school and younger. So, great for their parents. So, parents, if you do not have anything for your children to do this weekend, especially if you purchase tickets, then you should definitely go check it out. So, here's the following events that had taken place earlier today. Friday, August 9th. Of course, it was the XXL New Talent Showcase, Bally's Casino, the 55th Jumpy Park. That's at Festival Plaza. That event so earlier today from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. it was the XXL New Talent Showcase at Bally's Casino. Then from 5 to 9 p.m. the 55th Jumpy Park, free for school kids and military. That's at Festival Plaza, happening downtown Shreveport. And of course, the main event that took place from 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. is the celebrity basketball game. That was at the Stageworks. That's a former Expo Hall downtown. So it's great for 50 Cent bringing this event here to the city of Shreveport. So far, it's turned out to be such a huge success. It is already meeting its expectations. It's the celebrity basketball game that was from so tonight's main event was the celebrity basketball game from 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. and simulcast at the G-Dome. And happening right now is the after party hosted by 50 Cent, the G-Dome. Doors open at 11. And this event, which started at 10 p.m., it will last until 4 a.m. and its second night. So it's another all-nighter. So of course those are the following events. So right now, at this time, at 11:17 p.m., the after party And that second night should be happening. That continues until 4 a.m. Now, of course, here's what to expect for tomorrow, going into your Saturday, on the third day of the 50 Cent's Human Harmony Weekend. And of course, it all starts at 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's the 55th at Festival Plaza, all during the day tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. Then from noon until 6 p.m. it's the car show happening at the convention center. It's the car show. So now here's what to expect for tomorrow. From noon until 6 p.m. it's the 50 Cent and DJ Envy present Drive Your Dreams Car Show Day 1. 50 Cent and DJ Envy and 50 Cent presents the Road to Shreveport Car Show Edition. So this event is set to begin taking place tomorrow. Cars from DJ Envy, 50 Cent, and Boogie with the Hoodie, Bun B, Currency, Bebe, French Montana, and many more. That will take place tomorrow from noon until 6 p.m. The car show at the Shreveport Convention Center. 5 p.m. doors open to the door. Of course, the concert begins. The R&B show. So the concert, and also tomorrow. So we have the car show happening from noon until 6 p.m. at the Shreveport Convention Center. And of course, 50 Cent and Friends concert will also take place beginning at 5 p.m. So this is gonna be an electrifying night of hip hop and R&B as 50 Cent and his friends take the stage at Shreveport Municipal Auditorium. This will take place tomorrow evening starting at 5 p.m. So the doors open at 5 p.m. So this is going to be, so you prepare yourselves for an electrifying night of hip hop and R&B as 50 Cent and his friends take the stage at Shreveport Municipal Auditorium. This star-studded concert promises to be the highlight of the Human Harmony Weekend, featuring chart-topping hits and unforgettable performances. The early show, and of course, doors open at 5:30 p.m. simulcast also at the G Dome. And of course, the early show begins from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. and the late show will be from 10:30 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. So if you missed a chance to score tickets to see 50 Cent and his friends perform live at the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium, 50 Cent is providing everyone an incredible opportunity to watch the entire show via live simulcast and installed at the incredible G Dome in downtown Shreveport. In downtown Shreveport. So it's going to be at the G Domes tomorrow. And of course, that's the first show will take place from 6 to 9 p.m. Of course, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. is the venue turnover. And then from 10:30 p.m. until 1:30 a.m. is the second R&B show, also at the Municipal Auditorium. And then from 10 p.m. until 4 a.m. is, of course, will be the after party, hosted by 50 Cent. So, this turned out such a great experience. I've seen all the pictures on Facebook, and of course, you may have seen. I've seen Facebook posts and also newscasts of this historical event. So, this event has been talked about for months now, since the beginning of this year. So it's definitely worth coming out. So it's of course it's bringing so much positivity to the city. So we just cannot be thankful enough to have 50 Cent, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, bringing such a positive influence and eventful here to it's a perfect way to give back to the city of Shreveport. And also, what will be happening on Sunday as the Human and Harmony Weekend Festival wraps up on Sunday, noon to 5 p.m. is the 55th at Festival Plaza. Noon until 6 p.m. is the car show at the Convention Center in its second day. And it all wraps up Sunday night with the all-white after party hosted by Lorenz Tate at the G Dome from 7 p.m. until 2 a.m. Monday morning. So it all wraps up. So if you purchase tickets for any of the events that's happening tomorrow or Sunday, then you're in luck. Go check it out. So tomorrow, so the Human in Harmony weekend continues tomorrow with the events with all starting at 9 a.m. and will continue throughout the day. So definitely it's something worth going to see. So let us keep. So that's a perfect way to spread positivity by bringing the big change here to the city of Shreveport. So it's, of course, so far the event is going beyond expectations, and I will have a. So if you'll join me again Monday night for the gradual recap of the weekends of Human Harmony Festival, as well as a gradual recap of this year's Summer Olympics. So that's a part of my extras. So that's the reason my videos have been extra long the past few nights. Now, let's get on to you with your weather. And of course, if you've been outside today, it may have been hot to you, but the humidity wasn't all that bad. It was a seasonally hot day, but you may or may not like what I'm about to tell you in the next few minutes. So, lows at sunrise on Saturday will be down in the upper 60s from Hope to Ruston and Sterlington, with lower 70s widespread and just a few mid 70s remaining. The light northeast wind may vary a bit under mostly clear skies. So we're expecting a rather seasonal night here for tonight. Now tomorrow, highs during the day highs during Saturday afternoon will see upper 80s north with low to mid 90s and very comfy humidity levels on lingering northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. These conditions, even with lots of sunshine, will be keeping the heat index on the bench with the first stringers of this preseason weekend. So some of you may be thinking that we're already in September, but knowing it's just August. But eventually triple digits will return. And I know no one wants to see those, but it's August. So it's nice to have a break from the humidity. And of course, the climate information for today, for this day, Friday, August 9th. Normal high is 96, normal low is 74. 106 is the record high set on this day back in 2011. 58 will be the record low set on this day back in 1989. And of course, nowhere in our immediate part of the region is we're not under heat index. So it's been nice for us. For the first time since early this week, we have not been under heat advisory. And I'm expecting it to continue. And of course, but there is a heat index also being concentrated to the far in the deep East Texas counties, especially in portions of East and Southeast Texas, and the deep East and counties of deep East to Southeast Texas counties where the heat advisory is located there. And so far, once again, we're not seeing any rain, so all is quiet here on this Friday night. So no rain. No rain, nowhere therefore to speak of anywhere here on this Friday night. So I'll let you guys know if we're ever going to see a chance of rain returning anytime soon. And now, but parts of Texas is getting pounded with some fairly decent amounts of rain here on this Friday night. I want to go like portions of Central Texas. I know it's not included on the map. I may see Austin, but I most likely will not see San Antonio here on the map. Let's say around between Austin and San Antonio area, and that's like portions of South Central Texas. And also you're seeing a few clusters of showers along the western, the Florida Panhandle. I think that's near just east of Pensacola. Also some off the Florida Gulf Coast and portions of southeast Alabama, and moving forward northeastward into northwestern South Carolina. Also a few pockets and portions of south central Kansas and central Oklahoma. And also a couple showers near a stationary low pressure system that's being situated over portions of central Texas. And of course, the map has indicated the remnants of what was once tropical, post-tropical, what was once Debbie, is now off to the further. What was the system? What was once Debbie is now focused further off to the northeast, and we have that stationary boundary that's over in our region with that boundary. That's what's going to lower the humidity. It's not bringing us any rain, but all the rain is being filled with high ridge of high pressure off to the portions of the Texas Panhandle and parts of New Mexico and Colorado. Low pressure is sitting across portions of west central Texas. So that's where they're getting all the moisture, and of course none of that rain is affecting us here. So eventually that ridge of high pressure is going to move back over our region. We once again be stuck with hot and dry weather. So we're catching a nice break from the heat, but enjoy it while it lasts. I'll let you guys know how hot we could be looking at going into next week. So once again, we've had a sunshine mixing in with some clouds. It turned out to be a rather seasonal day with the high temperature topping out in the mid-90s. That's close. That's fairly close to where we should be this time of year. 96 is our normal high temperature, and that's probably about where we were today. So not that rare, but not very often do we actually. Of course, we almost very rare or barely do we even warm to our actual average temperature. But that's probably where we were today. So some days we're either at least a few degrees warmer or a few degrees cooler. Now, early in the week, we've seen temperatures reaching or exceeding the century mark. We've exceeded the century mark on a couple of occasions earlier this week, but today we're basically right where we should be this time of year. And here's how things are looking here on this Friday night. Temperature of 81 degrees with clear skies. We have an east wind at 6 miles per hour. Humidity is 70%. Dew point is 70 degrees. And of course, when you see dew points in the 70s, in 70s, of course, it means it's a little humid, but it's not all that tall. It's all that tall. It's not all that unbearable. The feels like temperature heat index is 85 degrees. That's what it feels like outside right now. So it is humid, but it is not all that bad. It could be a lot worse. But when we see dew points in the 60s, that lets us know that we have dry air moving through. So I guess we all notice a change when we wake up first thing tomorrow morning. So again, so at some point today we've seen dew point levels mostly in the upper 60s or around near 70. So it was a little humid, but it wasn't anywhere. Now we've seen it basically was a seasonally hot day with heat index values reaching the triple digits. Of course, it's always going to feel hotter than it actually is anytime when it's humid. So, and of course, those northerly winds kept conditions more tolerable, even though it was humid. So let us see what is happening. Let's see if we have anything happening in the tropics. So, excuse me, and of course, so with the departure of Debbie, we actually do not have anything active in the tropics. So here's a gradual recap. So so this is interesting. Here's Debbie's try. Here's where it was with Hurricane Tropical Storm Debbie. So here's a recap of Hurricane Debbie. So here's a recap of what was Hurricane Debbie when it reached Category 1 status. Second hurricane of the season, but fortunately, Debbie was not a major hurricane. Hurricane Debbie was a slow-moving and erratic Category 1 hurricane that caused widespread flooding across the southeastern United States earlier this month. The fourth named storm and second hurricane of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, Debbie developed from a tropical wave that was first noted by the National Hurricane Center on July 26. After crossing the Greater Antilles, the system began to organize over Cuba and was designated as a potential tropical cyclone on August 2nd. That was just a week ago, last Friday. After exiting off the southern coast of Cuba, the disturbance organized into a tropical depression early on August 3rd. That was last Saturday. Later that day, it became a tropical storm in the Florida Straits, being named Debbie. It moved northwards and gradually intensified into a Category 1 hurricane before making landfall near Steinachie, Florida, early on August 5th. That was this past Monday. Debbie weakened once inland and began to slow down while over the southeastern United States, causing widespread flooding from heavy rain. It reemerged in the Atlantic on August 7th. That was Wednesday, day before yesterday, before slowly moving northwards again, making landfall in South Carolina early on August 8th. That was yesterday, that was Thursday, before weakening and becoming post-tropical early the next day. That would be today, Friday, August 9th. States of emergency were declared for the states of Florida, Georgia, and North and South Carolina ahead of the storm. Heavy rains fell as a result of the storm moving slowly, with the accumulations peaking near 20 inches of rain near Sarasota, Florida, as of August 7th. That was Wednesday. 7 fatalities have been attributed to the storm so far, and preliminary damage reports are estimated to be at least $13 million. So there have been 9 fatalities, $13 million at the least. So areas affected, particularly in the United States, Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. So after the departure of Debbie earlier today, the tropics are remaining quiet right now, but the tropics may not be quiet for long, because we may have a new tropical system that is forming off the waters of the Atlantic into the Caribbean, and it too may, and there's no telling where the system is going to go. So it is always worth watching to see what this next system is going to do. So after the departure of Debbie, we currently do not. So after the departure of Debbie, we currently do not have anything active in the tropics. After the departure of Debbie, we currently do not have anything active in the tropics at the moment. So the tropics are so presently, after Debbie's departure, we do not have anything active in the tropics at the moment. So the tropics are quiet, but the tropics soon could be waking up to somewhere along the Caribbean, and it could likely receive the name Ernesto, which will become the season's 5th named storm of this hurricane season. So that's my recap on Hurricane Debbie. So the first day after the storm becomes post-tropical, so after Debbie's departure, the tropics are quiet as of for now. But things could heat up again in a couple of days on what is likely to receive the name Ernesto. So pray for the ones that were affected by Debbie across Florida in the southeastern U.S. earlier this week. Excuse me. So tonight with mainly clear skies, we're forecasting bottom at 76 degrees with an east-northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. So we're expecting seasonally warm temperatures tonight. So normal low is 74, so we'll be just slightly above that for your low temperature for tonight. Low temperature 76 degrees with an east-northeast wind at 6 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Tomorrow, going into your Saturday, of course. So whatever weekend plans you have in store, especially for Human and Harmony Festival happening right here in Shreveport, we should have mostly sunny skies with a high temperature of 94 degrees with an east-northeast wind at 8 miles per hour, and of course we're not expecting any rain. So normal high is 94, so it would be nice for us to see temperature slightly below normal for this time of year. So anytime we have highs that reach the low to mid-90s in August, I just simply can be complaining. Of course, I'd rather take that over 102, what we had seen just a couple of days ago. Excuse me. So we're expecting skies to be mostly clear during the overnight hours tonight, with low temperatures mainly in the mid to upper 70s to low 80s. So we will begin tomorrow morning around 6 a.m. The temperature is 76 degrees with mostly clear skies. 9 a.m. tomorrow with sunshine, we should be up to 83 degrees. Noon tomorrow with sunshine, we should be up to 88 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with mostly sunny skies, we should be up to 92 degrees. And then 6 p.m. tomorrow night, we should be at 92 degrees with mostly clear skies. And then we'll start to see clouds. Skies will become cloudy. And then of course we'll have cloudy skies with the temp around 9 p.m. tomorrow night, the temperature of 85 degrees. So if you're looking for, it doesn't look like they're gonna have much of a chance of rain. So basically, much of the entire weekend should be mainly dry. So much of the entire weekend should be dry and dry and rather seasonal for this time of year. So let's see what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. Excuse me. After tonight's low temperature is 76 degrees with mostly clear skies. Tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, we should be at 94 degrees. That's 2 degrees below the average high of 96. So we'd be glad to take that. That's due to the presence of cooler and drier. So cooler, slightly cooler and drier moving through, knocking out the humidity. So that gives us a break in the humidity. So hope you're enjoying that, because next week is when things could once again get serious with the heat. So it's always nice to have a break from the humidity. So tomorrow with mostly sunny skies. So we have mostly sunny skies tomorrow with a high of 94, low of 71. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. So another great day. So if you haven't gone out, so if you missed Human in Harmony today, why not go check it out? Should be another great day to check out the Human in Harmony Festival tomorrow, especially for the car show happening at the convention center, and the 2 concerts that are set to take place tomorrow evening at the Municipal Auditorium. Sunday, which is the final day. Sunday, as Human in Harmony weekend wraps up, going into your Sunday, we have a mix of clouds and sunshine. I have partly cloudy skies, high of 95, low of 74. Winds will be from the east at 7 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. So not bad. So not bad on the humidity. So heading out to the Human in Harmony this weekend. Don't forget sunglasses and sunscreen, and just remember what you're allowed to bring and what you're not. Just make sure you remember what you're allowed to bring and make sure what you're not allowed to bring in. And you may want to consider taking the zipline shuttle service to get you down, parking at a designated place, and hop on the shuttle buses and head to the Human in Harmony Festival. So, because parking downtown Shreveport is treacherous. So, but make your way out and have the time of your life at Human in Harmony without the humidity with seasonal temperatures. But the weekend we may see, of course, after a rather night. So we're looking at after a the weekend is I'm slightly at a loss of words on this, but please help me. So after a weekend of slightly below normal temperatures, I say like seasonal temperatures this weekend, the heat returns as we get into the start of next week. So as things return to normal on Monday, it will be hot with a mix of clouds and sunshine. Remember the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke. So the heat returns on Monday. So the heat returns on Monday as we get into the start of next week, where it would be partly cloudy and hot. Remember the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time, much like the category we were in earlier this week, with a high of 99, low of 77. Heat index 107. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour. And not much of a chance of rain is expected, with a 10% chance of rain for your Monday. Tuesday, we have mostly sunny skies. It will be mostly sunny and hot. High of 100, low of 79. Heat index 107. Winds will be from the northwest at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain not more than 10%. Just remember the dangers of dehydration and heat stroke. So it is likely that we can have see the return of heat advisories. And then, of course, for your Wednesday, it's going to be a hot day, another hot one for us with most sunny skies. High of 101, low of 78. Winds will be from the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. With the heat index 107, chance of rain not more than 10%. So I say that basically most of next week is looking dry. And of course, next Thursday, we heat up even more. It will be mostly sunny and hot for your Thursday. High of 102, low of 78. Winds will be from the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. That's the heat index 109, chance of rain not more than 10%. And then look how hot it could get next Friday. And of course, it can always change. So next Friday is looking, it will mostly sunny and hot. High of 105, low of 78, heat index 112. We have winds from the west at 7 miles per hour and no rain is expected. So if we were to hit 105 next Friday, that would be the hottest we've seen here in Shreveport since last September. And that would be the hottest, and of course the hottest of the year could happen towards the end of next week. Let's see if we hopefully our high temperature is much lower than that. And of course heading into next weekend also turns out is looking hot and dry with highs in the mid 100s for next Saturday the 17th with no chance of rain. Sunday the 18th the highs in the low in the low 100s and of course no chance of rain is expected. Mostly sunny skies. And of course we kind of ease back on the heat, back to seasonal temperatures, highs in the mid 90s with sunshine and no rain is expected. So this forecast, it's of course the weekend may be enjoyable, but the main thing missing from is the rain. So we just have to watch for that tropical disturbance. If that tropical disturbance happens to shift its way much westward towards the Gulf, I could actually increase rain chances from it. So we just have to stay tuned to see what's all going to happen. So again, the weather outlook, things are looking great for this weekend's Human in Harmony Festival. With of course we're expecting things to be mainly dry, with basically without a drop of rain. And of course unfortunately it doesn't look like that as of right now. We're not going to have much of a chance of rain. Maybe something will change as we go into next week, but hopefully it does. Because so one good thing about this forecast, one good thing about the weekend is that we'll have slightly below normal temperatures. So hope you're enjoying the weekend while you can. So the 50 Cents Human in Harmony Festival weekend is looking great with is looking mostly outstanding with temperatures just slightly below normal. Something we all tend to look forward to. So we'll have highs in the mid 90s for both tomorrow and Sunday. Hope you're enjoying the weekend, because we return to because heat and humidity and much hotter temperatures return as we go into next week. Unless we get another tropical system that may affect our weather pattern. So, but if it's not for that, we're basically just going to stay hot and dry. With the ridge of high pressure once again centering back over us, that will, of course, be warm to the upper 90s on Monday, and then beginning on Tuesday through at least the end of next week, our highs will be once again returning to the triple digits. Of course, it could get even hotter as we go towards the end of next week. That will be for next Friday. That's the 16th. And of course, be mindful with the heat index. The feels like temperatures 99 tomorrow, 100 Sunday, 107 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 109 by Thursday, 112 by next Friday. So it looks like that we could be looking at the continuation of hot and dry weather to last for a while. And of course, rain chances will be at 10% or less over the next 7 to 10 days. So those 10% rain chances, it's just basically going to stay dry. The only thing that we do is increase humidity levels slightly. So maybe one of these days you could squeeze out a random pop-up shower to kind of moisten things up and kind of turn into it, kind of kind of make things at ease. So no need to worry about any excessive heat as we go through the weekend. With highs with daytime high temperatures in the mid 90s. So far such a great weekend for this year's Human in Harmony Festival. So if you're so grab the sunglasses and sunscreen. Remember, clear bags only. So remember, clear bags only, and of course you're not allowed to bring any devices other than to the festival other than your phones to capture photos. So just remember to follow the rules and regulations. They're posted online. Of course, you've been keeping up with the news. They're posted on there as well. Just remember what's being posted online if you're attending Human in Harmony Festival. Once again, tomorrow, don't forget the car show. The car shows take place during the day tomorrow at Shreveport Convention Center, and then the 2 concerts which will take place tomorrow night. And of course, the all-white party, all the event wraps up Sunday with the all-white party. And of course, the after party is happening right now. So, great weekend. And of course, over the next 7 to 10 days, we're not looking for a chance of rain, unfortunately. So, as of right now, we're likely going to basically keep things dry. Keep things dry, and of course, we have highs. So make sure you enjoy the break from the humidity, slightly lower temperatures and nice lower humidity, nice, comfortable, and pleasant conditions. Something we typically do not get to experience often this time of year. So we'll be in the mid 90s, just near the slightly below normal for this time of year, because we all could take that. So 50 Cent's Human in Harmony Festival Rise. Of course, he just could not have picked a better weekend especially with the humidity and just be prepared and remember what to bring and what not to bring, and have sunglasses and sunscreen. And remember to have sunglasses and sunscreen with you. So again, we're in the mid 90s both tomorrow and Sunday, and once the festival wraps up on Monday, we're seeing temperatures rise back up. We're in the upper 90s for Monday. And of course, the remainder of next week without any general rain, without any major rain chances, we'll have highs in the triple digits each day next week. So our hot and dry pattern will continue. Now, in my weekend video for you guys, I will have another recap and update on the 2024 Summer Olympics, as well as of the 2024 Summer Olympics, as well as a recap of tomorrow's events from the Human in Harmony Festival downtown, as well as a preview of the final day of the festival, which is Sunday. And also I have a preview of the not so hot but very dry and comfortable weekend, just in time for the festival. And plus, and I would let you guys know exactly what is happening in the tropics. Also, I'll let you guys know what is happening in the tropics. I also have a preview of our of what could be an even hotter and drier pattern as we head into next week. So some school districts have begun their first day of class. I heard Webster Parish had their first day of school earlier today. So, well, that would just about cover everything I wanted to share with you guys here on this Friday night. And of course, I encourage you all to be safe, especially if you're heading out to 50 Cent's especially if you're heading out to the Human in Harmony Festival in any time this weekend. So, and I hope you folks have had a truly blessed and wonderful weekend. I hope you folks had a truly blessed and wonderful weekend. I hope your weekend goes the same. And this wraps up my video with you guys here on this Friday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here on this Friday night. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully, unless of course you're at the after party for the Human Harmony Festival. Just be safe if you're out at Human Harmony. So you guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully unless you're at Human Harmony Festival. Take care of yourselves and each other. Enjoy your weekend. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.